Hello, listener, and welcome. I am the Deep Voice Guy, and today I will be reading to you Chapter 2 of Eden Fallout entitled The Gathering Storm. The old warehouse in Berlin stank of damp wood and dust, a far cry from the sterile, high-tech labs of Vireta. But this was where they were meeting John, out of sight, out of reach. David and Lincoln arrived first, the sound of their boots echoing off concrete as they waited in the gloom. "Do you think he's been compromised?" Lincoln asked, his voice low, barely a whisper, against the heavy silence. David didn't answer at first. His fingers drummed the side of his jacket nervously. He couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. They hadn't heard from John in weeks, not since the last brief message. A few broken calls and cryptic notes, all but fading into the void. And now, that single message, John wasn't dead, and the darkness was returning. "I don't know," David said finally, his voice steady, but laced with concern. "But whatever's going on, it's bad. We need answers." Lincoln nodded, his brow furrowing in thought. Then, the familiar sound of footsteps approached, rapid and heavy. The door creaked open, and there he was, John Matthews. His face was gaunt, his eyes sunken, as if sleep had long abandoned him. His hair, once neat, now fell in uneven clumps, the toll of his time under cover more apparent than ever. "David, Lincoln." John's voice was a hollow echo of its former warmth. It barely carried across the room, and David felt a chill creep up his spine. David moved first, closing the distance between them. "John, we thought—" "I know what you thought," John interrupted, his voice strained, as if each word was a battle. He looked over his shoulder, then lowered his voice to a near whisper. "I'm not here to explain. Not yet." David exchanged a look with Lincoln, who remained silent, but alert, scanning their surroundings. "We have a mission, John," David said, keeping his tone steady. "Whatever you've gotten yourself into, we're in this together." John finally met David's eyes, the flicker of something like remorse passing through them. "It's not that simple," he murmured. "I've seen things worse than you can imagine. Vireta isn't just a biotech company. They're building something that I can't stop." David's pulse quickened. "What are they building, John?" John shook his head, stepping back slightly. "I don't have all the details, but it's called LCM Prime. It's an evolution project. They're taking genetic material and manipulating it, including Sam's." His voice broke for a second, the weight of her name bringing him to the edge. "They're trying to bring her back. Not in the way you think, but I don't know. They're using her genes to experiment with creating new forms of life." David's heart clenched, but he didn't let it show. "Where is this happening?" John swallowed, the effort clearly taking a toll. "South America. I've got coordinates, but you won't be able to stop it unless you understand what they're really doing. I thought I could deal with it myself, but..." He trailed off, his eyes haunted. David placed a hand on his shoulder. "We're not leaving you to do this alone." "You don't get it," John hissed, backing away. "They're not trying to save the world. They're trying to destroy it, then rebuild it in their image. If we go after this, we're going into something darker than you can comprehend. David felt his resolve solidify. I don't care what it takes. We're coming with you. John's lips tightened, but he nodded, pulling a small tablet from his bag. These are the coordinates of their facility. It's in the heart of the jungle. Prepare yourselves. Whatever's coming, it's gonna change everything. As the team prepared to move out, the sense of dread clung to them like a second skin. They weren't just chasing answers anymore. They were chasing something that could shatter the very fabric of their world.